Hello,
Hi, how are you doing today?
I'm good. What about you? How's it going?
Oh, yeah, it's going good, thank you. What's your name?
Mm. My name is Ahmed. What's yours?
My name's Sarah. It's really lovely to meet you, Ahmed. And so, how long
Thanks.
have you? No problem. How long have you been using Cambly for?
Mm. It's around 7 or 6 months.
Perfect. Okay. And what is your main goal
Mm.
for learning English? Is it for work, business, travel?
Actually, I'm an English teacher and I want to improve my English language and I speak English language like native speaker uh, and talk to the many tutors and native speakers to talk about the play to improve English language. So every tutors or native speakers, everyone to give me a specific plane or specific steps. There's no plane, unfortunately. I still look for about the plane to improve my English language, to listening and speaking, writing, reading. This is for the big plane, unfortunately. I look for
Mhm.
something. It's easy. Is easy as it's easy like music easy, but unfortunately I cannot find this.
Okay. So you like plays? That's interesting. And so, what kind of plays are you interested in?
What do you mean about this?
So you said that you get tutors to recommend you plays.
Hmm.
So,
Uh,
which plays are your favorite?
about English to speaking. I want to
Yeah.
improve my speaking language like native speaker without stopping. Uh,
Oh,
sometimes
okay.
to mm, sometimes it's difficult to uh, introduce introduction that sentences when I make the conversation.
That's completely understandable. Okay. I'll okay. Introduction, basic communication,
Uh,
English.
Miss Sarah,
I'll get you
where
this.
are you from?
So I'm from Birmingham, which is in England, and
Wow.
yeah, so
Uh,
I'm from Birmingham in England. Yeah. Have you? Where are you from, by the way?
Business English for conversation or communication?
Yeah, for
Vocabulary.
conversation and communication. So it'll basically help
Vocabulary.
enhance your vocabulary.
Uh, to notes, to partner, to introduce a client project, to get down to the business, listen overview, goals, students will able to introduce a colleague and what this words I small talk and take a small talk
Small talk. Small
and
talk with
language
clients.
focus small talking with the client. Is there something you want to focus on? Grammar, vocabulary, pronunciation, idioms. Before we to start this conversation or this sessions, I want to ask you why we learn like babies. Babies when want to learn English, they not learning vocabularies, they not learning grammar, they not learning the sound of the letter English, they not learn the LPI. Um, I think babies, it's there a much way or a specific way to learn any language in the world. For example, we can take the babies from London to Baghdad. They we can speak Arabic fluently, and we take baby from the Baghdad to London. They speak English fluently. That's mean to depends
Yeah.
how person surround yourself in English language or immerse yourself with English language to do practice.
I completely agree with you. Honestly, I completely agree. So
Uh,
with this lesson, it's not really like a structured one where there's going to be grammar where you have to like learn the grammar in that kind of context. It's more of like a range. So it's more casual, it's more relaxed. With the school system, there's an issue which you've probably noticed as well, where it's more focused on grammar and writing, and that's a mistake, which you clearly know as well, because we don't really like learn a language, we absorb a language. So basically with do you know spatial repetition, for example?
Do you know
Or is
what?
it for you?
Sorry.
It's okay. You definitely know this, it's just you don't know the word in English. Spatial repetition.
I
So here
think
you go.
this ways or plans for learning English is difficult these days, especially with so many structure or seminar rules. We need to learn
I-
the pure English, like babies, and step by step to learn the vocabularies and learn the grammar after that. Should first focus on the language first because the grammar need to the language. If you don't the language, how do you describe the tenses and the many things or many subjects in the grammar?
I completely agree with you. I completely agree with you.
Oh, mm,
So
thank.
I'll show you the actual lesson so then you understand, because how do I put it? It's not structured in the sense of you have to learn this. It's
Yes,
structured in the
yes.
sense of just a casual kind of enjoyment. Does that make
Uh,
sense?
do you,
So it's
do you
yeah.
have
Go ahead.
meetings in the class at your job? Yes,
Yeah, so I actually teach
sometimes
children.
once or twice meeting in my job because I'm pure. There's very slang English language, especially used in UK. Maybe I spell it correct or incorrect. I don't know.
Guru?
Yes, guru. This guru that's been a teacher or instructor in slang, slang British or English slang. That's mean
Yeah, guru is more of yeah.
guru. It's mean leader, religious leader for the
Yeah, you got it.
Christian, maybe. But sometimes use it to for the teacher or instructor or like that.
Yeah, sometimes, but not typically. It's more of like you said, it's
Uh,
more like spiritual leader kind of situation.
do you
So
think
guru wouldn't be
it's
used in the classroom.
it's been common or uncommon words that so many people
Um,
to understand? I
Guru would normally be attached to a spiritual leader. Or as like a slang in the sense of like a joke way of saying, "Oh, you're my guru," as in like you're my teacher. But yeah, typically in classrooms it would be teacher or tutor normally.
by the way, Miss Sarah, you are
Yeah,
professor.
yeah. So I'm a teacher or tutor in person as well. Yeah.
But you read on your profile you are professor in English language or in another
So
subject?
tutor or teacher.
Oh,
It
just
yeah. So I
oh,
teach
okay.
children. Yeah.
Okay, that's very nice. But it's teach children. It's difficult. I sometimes to prefer to teach the adults or the teenager. It's better than to teach the children
It
because
depends.
children children need to keep your shirt long.
How do I put it? Each child, each person, adult or child, they have a different learning style. So it really depends on the learning style. And I have some tutors who work for me with different learning styles. So if the like child, for instance, has a specific learning style, I put them with that tutor. Um, so
Well,
how do I put it?
sorry to
Yeah,
interrupt your speech. Sorry,
that's
because
okay.
we
Go ahead.
have the time to fly up. Let me ask you about the Arabic. Do you teach Arabic in the British school for the children or never?
So in Birmingham specifically, no, it wouldn't be Arabic. It would have to be European languages. But with Arabic itself, there are schools dedicated to teaching Arabic in the UK, specifically in Birmingham as well.
Is there an institute or college in the UK to learn Arabic? So I see lots of English diplomatic or political speak Arabic, like the English ambassador or English political speak Arabic fluently.
Yeah, there are actually some schools dedicated to that. But normally that's in, like you said, college. So college is the higher level. But in secondary schools, typically you're not learning Arabic. But there are some schools for children to
Never.
learn Arabic, so institutions.
The English primary school just learn English. There is no
No,
additional
French,
language.
Spanish. No, French, Spanish, Mandarin,
But why
Italian.
why you don't teach Arabic? It's too bold.
What do you say?
And why you don't teach Arabic in their school, in your school?
Well, it's the question of why don't we teach Welsh, or why don't we teach Irish, or why don't we teach Scottish? Because it's the UK. So technically, we don't teach those either. So we should, but yeah.
Maybe, yes, go ahead. Sorry, I spent your time with your break.
No, it's okay.
Okay. Maybe because the UK in Europe and there's so many people speak Italian and Portuguese and Spanish and in French. For that reason, to teach another language or European language.
Yeah, because we don't teach Portuguese either, which I think is a mistake too. Like, that's the thing. There's only a limited amount. So what they try and do is they try and target the languages that are like more dominant in the world. So if like, for instance, there's a language that is like well known in the populace, they try and teach those ones because they're like higher up because of business and communication.
We can say English European language.
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
Okay.
Because it comes from a Latin root.
Okay, Miss Sarah, I speak with you. I really enjoy with your session, with your lesson, and with your pronunciation, with your voice, and with your way to teach to deal with me. I really enjoy. What about your level? Type in message.